That's some lab work, man.
And we are underway in Buffalo. A short kick taken at the 18. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Singletary to get the drive started. They fight forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Allen off the play fake. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Allen and Knox teaming up there for Buffalo first down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up second down. On play action, Allen. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darren Harmon. And the Raiders are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give them 12 yards that time at a Las Vegas first.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Carr now on first down.
Good fucking throw.
Right, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he's able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. The slot man in motion right. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he is going to lose yardage here. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Carr going to go on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The
which really isn't a major surprise, but how about the coverage there, able to bat it down?
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Remember last time out, they threw the interception on their first
Ball.
drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. We're scoreless after one. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll run it. Here's Carr. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. And that is cooked. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the front.
And Cook will get in for a Bills touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bills post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line. Because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 24, Carr looking deep for Adams. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Devontae Adams, 76 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he'll get in to tie this game at 8.
In turbo.
It's definitely early enough here. They didn't need to go for 2. They didn't have to go for 2, but they did. We're all tied at 8.
Is this one of those anything you can do, I can match? because that's exactly what we got on that one. Neither one of these teams wants to give any ground, do they?
Fielded right around the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Over the dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Throwing is Allen on third. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. First down, here's the run with Cook. Room here to run. The 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 of the 15. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be.
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second.
Bro, why are they not letting me make that tackle? What the fuck?
People think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
You run right past them for no reason.
Touchdown pass to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Buying time to his left. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Get out of that 4-4. I'm going to torch you.
There for the Raider first.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Carr now on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about the defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
He'll look downfield for Waller. It's caught inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Stop spamming the same 3 defenses, bro.
60 yards. And the Raiders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
This is too predictable.
They'll bring a tight end in motion.
Thanks for baselining.
Carr will look to throw.
Come on, Hollins. You got to get that.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. Remember,
I get ball at halftime, so I'm not worried.
You got a chance to take it all the way back and get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here. The This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, good return up past the 30.
Oh, my, what is going on? My guy is not tackling.
Out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Going deep for Diggs.
Thank you.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 41. But Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. The open man here, Renfrow. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Carr. Looking deep for Adams. And this is caught inside the 5. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Here's Jacobs. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down about the 2-yard line.
Okay.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Glenn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
On first down, Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Carr. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Again, it's Carr.
You got a block, man.
He's taken down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He hits Adams complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And it's complete to Adams. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that.
Stop spamming, bro.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play.
Can't spam one defense against me, bro. I'll make adjustments.
They had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Bro, he's down.
And the Bills will take over possession here up at the 44. There was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 28. Now Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Darren Harmon. And the Raiders force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now.
Bro, you got me on him, bro.
Offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. On play action, now Carr. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He's got it, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First down, Abdullah. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run.
Bro, get good and stop spamming.
We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Raiders are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Dancing to his left.
How you gonna get shook by Derek Carr, bro? How you gonna get shook by the white boy?
An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders put
Your user's ass.
quarter drive to take the lead. All right, now a big
Please come right through that middle. That's exactly what I want you to do. Means your user isn't in coverage. Spam too much. I know your entire defense now. Already know your tendencies.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. Second down and 4. Give to Cook out of the gun. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They run again on first down, Cook. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. On second down, Cook. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Calling a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Here's Allen. Out to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Allen. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes a correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
Throwing is Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Allen. This is brought in by
Bro, dive at the fucking player, bro. What the hell?
Able to get it down to the 25 there. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now Allen. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive. The bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
One final try here for Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Davis. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And here come the whistles and a timeout. with 7 seconds left. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Back to throw. Allen. And this is caught. Touchdown. And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right. Just one more element to complete the victory. And now the kick is blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. And after all that, they're going to start out with unbelievable field position on the return. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. So the Bills going to be the first to get it as we are back underway here in overtime. From the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime, but they've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Third down, here's a run by Cook. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. This one caught by Davis. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards, the final tally. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light is still on for him.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On first down, Allen eluding the pressure right. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. They'll roll him out right. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good performance, Parker.
Yeah, we were. And I just love being able to be witness to a game like this all the way through. Who's going to win it? What, we're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field. Very tough.
They gave him that. Are you fucking serious, EA?
That's the way we play in the NFL. The execution is pretty darn good.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Adams the man in motion right. On second down, they'll run with White. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On third down, Abdullah. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short.
Yeah, they are so cheating me right now. Yep.
It's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Typical, yeah, they would cheat me.
So it's a win here for the Bills. And this one, Charles.
Oh, I got to figure out which receivers have possession. I don't think Hollins has possession catch. So I might need another outside receiver. So he has possession. He does, but he has drop open. Should put Renfrow on the outside. Should have won, but it is what it is. Shadow. Come here, Shadow.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, buddy, I know. Get it.
And off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good effort.
Yeah, Miss Heather Johnson maybe won't come screaming down. Hopefully next year we'll get some talent.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Rodgers going to the air to start things out.
Bro, you gotta pick that.
Far in front, he couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. This pass complete to Melton. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Throwing now is Rodgers. Another catch from Melton. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And again, it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And able to get it.
Yeah, I gotta chill with these double tackle animations, bro. If I got him wrapped up, you need to help me wrap him up. Don't reanimate.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short.
And with the fuck shits.
On 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Jones will score. Touchdown, Packers. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. And his pass incomplete. Well, they had that great, long, methodical drive to put in the end zone. Then they tried to bite off a little more and get 8 points. Instead, they're sitting at 6.
But didn't that feel like a decision that they made on Tuesday?
Yeah. Well, you usually say that's what they do, right?
Right. That's the best one. The best ones do that. They take the emotion out of it. That felt like that was scripted. Hey, we score on the opening drive. We're going to go for 2 and try and really gain an advantage.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at about the 32. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Slot man moves right. First carry of the game for Zamir White. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now a first carry for their fullback. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body, getting to it before he can get started.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Throws right side, and that's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Charles, that's a route that you and I have seen time and time again in our years up in this booth, and that executed well, and a great throw, too.
And sometimes, even if you know it's coming, the execution will trump whatever you do on the defensive side of the ball. Plus, it was a well-thrown football. A nice, healthy game right there.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. 6-0 our score after one. The slot man in motion right. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On the move to his left. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 23 yards on the play.
That's a big league job there, getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
Slot man moves right. Here's White. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Once again, it's White. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. The slot man in motion right. And he's got it. Touchdown Raiders. Josh Jacobs, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Josh McDaniels, he's got faith in his offense, and he's going to have him go for 2. They'll try to run it with Jacobs, and he will get into the end zone again. And he seems
Stop spamming 3-3, bro. Like, that's not how you play defense, my guy.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Hit the fucking pylon.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Rodgers going to throw. This one swung out here to Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23. Give him 11 yards and time and a new set of downs. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Right side to Watson. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Now Rodgers. Touchdown!
Come on, Hawks.
Romeo Doubs, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. Touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
And he's brought down. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
On play action, it's Carr. Lets this go for Renfrow downfield. A contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Trying to improvise. To the goal.
Are you fucking serious, Renfrow?
It's halftime. This is the NFL. It's a presentation of EA Sports.
You dropped it.
Welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaunt, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Carr's throw complete to Hollins. And he's up in it after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now a play fake. Carr. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Slot man moves right. A first run for the back. pick up Abdullah. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. A 2nd down run for Abdullah. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now Carr. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Here's Carr to throw. He goes underneath to Abdullah. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. The slot man in motion right. Back to the ground now. Here's Abdullah. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Out of the hunt now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. To throw is Carr. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr.
Come on, a high pass. Come on, man.
And the Packers are going to take possession
Cheating.
here at their own 16-yard line.
I don't think there's any other way to put it, but that was just simply deflating because you know they came out ready to go at halftime, right? Everyone motivating each other, wanting to get out there and get going. And that turnover absolutely saps your momentum. Now you're just shouting encouragement to your defense, hoping they can pick you up and give you another chance.
Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson.
Sidney, you gotta play that ball, bro.
Past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try to push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Now a first down carry by Jones. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now this throw caught left side. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 53 yards. And the Packers use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there?
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
And they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking deep for Adams. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now Carr. Now into a sea of defenders.
Bro, they need to start throwing fucking roughing the passer in this game.
Take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. They've been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right.
Why aren't my throw out of sacks to thrown to my guys? Like, come on, man. Calling mulligans on this shit.
He for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield.
I mean to tell me I can't get pressure on that.
Complete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Packer football.
What's in the defender? Can't get pressure.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They go back to the ground with Jones.
Now they won't block shit.
All night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Bro, offensive pass interference? Like, come on, man.
I remember Coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And he's got it.
Whatever.
It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Robert Tunyon, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. This has just really been a solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top of that touchdown. Now he's got to drive his final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duty.
Dude isn't even good, man. That's the sad thing. He's getting bailed out.
Here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Carr now on first down. Forced it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
So you're not going to let me pick him up.
Another try after the first down sack. Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Good use of kick. Come on, man! Stop cheating me. Damn, I know I'm gonna lose the game, but damn, don't cheat me like shit.
No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And it's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Now Carr, gotta have this one. He's gonna let it fly.
Carr overfield.
Third time tonight, he's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it.
Yeah, game cheated me.
And the Packers are going to take over.
Team do not want a game, just wants to cheat. He dropped 2 passes, one right before halftime. Renfrow dropped it right before halftime. Like, seriously, bro? Like, you got like a 90-something catch rating. He shouldn't be dropping balls like that. Whatever. I even put him over there. He has the possession catch rate. Went for the possession catch rate. Had the pass. Made me drop it. Alright. Whatever. Alright. Told you, Regs just has his moments, his ups and downs. I wish they would just make it simulation, bring injuries back, bring fatigue, make fatigue matter more. So people can't just pick these teams with abilities, and you know, if you bring injuries back, you know, it would balance it out. So you know, if I'm hitting fucking Aaron Rodgers 20 times a game, you know, there should be, you know, there should be an adverse effect for it, right? Or if they want to put abilities in a game, it should kind of be like X Factors, you know. In order for an ability to work, you need to, you know, do some type of progression for it to activate. It shouldn't just be on every single play. Like, for instance, if you have Gunslinger, you must maintain, you know, like a 60+% on your completions. You know, stuff like that.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Just annoying when you're dealing with people that just they're bad at the game.
In motion comes the tight end left.
Right, brought his safety down.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good
It used, I forgot, I know it was PS3, bro. And we used to have injuries on, and you know, if players were injured in real life, I think what they did was they put them in injured in the game, and people were complaining. Yeah, and it was so much more competitive back then.
Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
It used to be fun too, because like you would literally hurt someone mid-game, bro, and they had to adjust. Like you couldn't rely on, you know, such and such to be that guy. You know, you had to find someone else. If your quarterback got hurt, you had to win with your backup, you know. So he's just going to spam this, so we're going to do it.
Reaching him before he could get back to the line of scrimmage.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, it's exactly what you're looking for.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They'll go up the middle with White. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Throwing now is Carr. The open man here, Renfrow. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Carr going to go on 4th down. Looking deep.
Stop spamming double leg out, bro.
This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Devontae Adams, 64 yards. And the Raiders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion. Carr will look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
So y'all not going to give me a high roll pass? Something.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. The Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. And the slot man goes in motion left. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the
run
ground.
fits.
And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. Just a gain of a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he's going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
Good run fits.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Nothing our score after 1. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First target, first catch, and a first down. Here's Burrow. Again, that's Hurst. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. The slot man in motion right. To throw again on second down. Burrow. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Good fucking shit.
Turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Yeah, seeing the game.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. And the tight end goes in motion left. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact.
And did all them fucking motions and audibles and high routes. To give me 6 points. You did all that to give me 6 points, bro. Appreciate it.
A great play there. 57 yards. And the Raiders take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. One of the tight ends comes in motion. They'll try and throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries, and 2
All right, you gotta make that so.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you've got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
No, man, take forever to hike the ball, man. Do all them crazy motions and hot routes so that your drive can stall again.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously, the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
Max Crosby. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
I wonder if they're wandering back to the huddle thinking to themselves, can we just hit rewind and go back a play? Definitely not the down they wanted to begin this drive by giving up a sack. But for the defense, that's exactly how they drew it up.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Burrow. Buying time to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass.
Hated
And
it.
heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Slot man moves right. Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfrow. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On play action, now Carr. Lets this go for Renfrow downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He's going to go up top again. And this is going to be intercepted.
He's out of bounds. Come on now, man. Don't.
And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. Zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eluding the... And he's going to be brought down. Back in his own 6-yard line. Max Crosby able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. To try again after the sack. Burrow, it fights him off. Under pressure, and they got to him again. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders. Time for play This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. This is taken just shy of the 10. Bengals drive about to get going.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
In motion right here, Boyd. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow.
Is it Crosby?
The Raiders have got him. Max Crosby make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. After the sack on 1st down, Burrow, he'll buy. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded right around the 8. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball.
Now Burrow loses
Good shit, Crosby. Good defense.
And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble.
See, why is it the second game, bro? My shit plays the way it's supposed to. Whatever. But I want to show you fellas that's something that I've got and that I've been working on. How to deal with those fucking RPOs. Show you the adjustments real quick. So I've learned to stop RPOs. Like the little bubble RPOs, the little quick passes. You have to be blitzing down in front of them, okay? There has to be a blitz, usually a play design blitz. It's not a user blitz, it's a play design blitz. So I'm going to show you how to do this. It's going to be your RPO defense. Especially like when they're in like the red zone and shit. Y'all don't like this. I'm gonna teach you, because whatever defense you pick, you're automatically going to be assigned to run fits, regardless how many times you change hot routes, adjustments, whatever defense you pick, you're going to have those run fits. Okay? So it makes it safe for you to adjust to defend the pass while defending these run fits. Let me go ahead and put my guy in. Show you some adjustments you can do. So if we want to stop this RPO, there's two ways we can do it. We can do it with the blitzing nickel 2 trap, or we can do it with the overload 3 press. I've been using the overload 3 press. Do this versus trips. I like this 3-3 versus these trip sets anyway. So you got the RPO, right? First you check your run fits, okay? That's all your guys to the run fits to where the running back is going. So obviously your user is going to be this guy. He's going to be the contained defender, okay? Well, actually, he's your force defender. You're going to force him, and then if the run is to the right, he's going to be your contained defender. If the run is to the left, you got to force it back inside. So to check those, all you have to do is hit L2 if you know the run's to the left. If you know the run is to the right, you hit the L2 circle. Left is L2 box. Right run fits is L2 circle. So you want to check both of your run fits so you know what your assignment is based off of where the handoff is going. So you can check your both run fits. That's number one. All right. Number two, you want to be able to defend the pass. So what I like to do versus trip sets, my number two sub linebacker is a safety. Okay, just for this formation, because he's going to have to defend that number 3. So what I'll do is I will man him up, and notice I still have my run fits. Okay, so if it's a run play, he's still going to play his run fit, even though my user assignment is going to be man coverage. So if it's a pass, he's going to defend the pass. If it's a run, he's going to play it. He's going to do his assignment. Okay. So the next thing that I want to do, sometimes you kind of play with it a little bit. You know the run is to the left. So what's going to happen here? He's not going to. I got to stop him from running it. So he's probably going to run it. He's not even going to pass it. Yeah, he's not going to pass it. I'm going to show you why he's not going to pass it. See, the AI knows when you go into practice mode, AI knows when you're going to stop an RPO. So if he would have tried to throw that, I would have got a better animation. I'm just trying to get it in there. They're not going to give it to me. I want to see if I can just get him to throw it. I'm not going to make no adjustment. I want to see if he'll just throw it. See how close we are to it? Just off the blitz. It's going to shorten them down. So your user, you're going to play right here on him. So if he doesn't throw that in 84 crosses, he runs a drag or a crosser, you're free to bail off and take number 13. Okay? You already know 17 has a man everywhere he goes on there. You have over the top help and crosser help on the other side with the zone forces over here. Okay? So your user is going to be the seam flat. Now, like I said, he's not going to throw this because I'm sitting right here. See, I can pick that off. Now, that was my run fit assignment. It depends. So you got to match your personnel. So if I play the pass, so all I got to do is, since I'm the force defender, I just got to be able to shoot this gap and either take away the RPO pass or take away the run. So that's basically my assignment. Only thing, like I said, just man him up just in case. And then your assignment, you're just going to come right here and shoot that gap. That's your force contained gap. They're not going to throw it. Like if you're a user and you're dealing with people that want to come in the red zone and use this as like a 2-point conversion play, that's all you got to do, man. This is going to stop those RPOs. And you can just, if they pass it, all you got to do is just jump the route. You're going to have your run fits on the inside, so they're not going to be able to cut the lane back. You know, as long as everybody does their job, you're good. See, the common mistake a lot of users do is they think they're supposed to do everything with their user. And, you know, what happens is you get 2 or 3 guys in one gap, you know, and you're not playing your run fit. You know, if I have this guy over here and I'm trying to play 2 or 3 guys in this gap, you know, you'll see people like pinching their line in, you know, be like, I'm going to stop this. Well, what's going to happen is he's going to get that. Okay, you got to play your assignment. Okay, don't be trying to overcompensate and have everybody trying to stop one thing. That's not fundamental football. Just play your gap assignment, play your read, and play the run fit. That's all you got to do. You don't have to run commit. You don't have to pass commit. Simple. Okay, everybody's still playing their run fit regardless what my adjustments is. Okay, I like this versus trips because I know that you're going to run that inside zone. Most people run inside. They're not going to really be able to cut it back to this side. If I'm worried about a cut back to that side, not gonna let me. No, they're not gonna let me do the hopefully the stick ain't messed up. All right, so that's just an idea, right? I wish I had a split formation. I could show you my split defense, but I like the 3-3 odd versus trips. And the main thing is you just want to make sure that this number 2 guy is a safety, like a strong safety that can play decent coverage. Okay, over here, and then you're going to put your 2 linebackers over here. You're going to put your Sam and your Will right there. You're not going to have a Mike linebacker. Put your Sam and your Will. Then you're going to have your 3-tech, your nose, and then your Leo. Okay. So other than that, like I said, we'll show you the nickel 2 trap. Same thing. Maybe we can get him to throw the RPO. Maybe, possibly. Maybe not. But he probably won't throw it. All right, so like I said, just check your run fits. All right, your run fit's a little bit different here because your force is a little bit outside. Usually that's how it is in cover 2. This is actually good for like if they're running counter runs. Pretty much, like if they run like power runs or whatever, and it takes longer for it to open up. You could run that. Let me see if I need to run it flip. See, if you run it, flip, it's going to be a little bit better. So sometimes you look at it and it tells you exactly what you need to do. Only thing is, versus the RPO, I don't like that. So you probably won't run cover 2 versus trips. I mean, it's got good inside run fits. Put you a little stress. We'll see. Like I said, as long as you're not getting like 5-6 yards, you're fine. Like I said, you check your run fits there. Check your run fits to the other side. That's right. That's left. Usually I like to play this defender right here anyway. You're either playing, your user's either going to be the force or the contain anyway. You just better hope you can block shit. So I probably won't run that 2 trap versus trips. I think just by looking at your run fits, it's going to tell you if you're in a good defense or not, really. Because you got to be able to defend the pass, you know, alignment wise. But if your guys are like forcing contain, they're just way out of position to defend a run fit, then you're in the wrong defense. So it kind of helps a little bit. So when you check your run fit, see, like I said, I'll go up against trips, or if I'm going Trey Y, even. All I know is I can bring him down because that's the force contain, which is going to be your user. So that's going to stop anything to the inside. Now, granted, you know, trying to see if there's a way. I could probably pinch or crash my D-line down. If I crash my D-line down, it's going to give me a 2 gap, and that's going to take that other linebacker. So when you crash your line, you change run fits. See, look, we got him back in the run fit. So that's crashing right, puts him in the run fit. If you crash left, it messes his run fit up. It's going to give you a cutback. You know, so y'all got to be careful when y'all just be pinching and crashing and trying to do all this thing. You know, just got to be careful. Make sure that the play makes sense, and always check your run fits to both sides to see if it works. So if it's a run to the right, that's their run fit, and if it's a run to the left, that's their run fit. That's actually could be good because we got a 2 gap shoot. That's second guy. No, not really. But sometimes you can, because you can change which gap your guys are shooting. Like right here, I did a slant, and it made the linebackers loop, you know, and he didn't get picked up at the block assignment. So it made the other linebacker pick up the double team block to free up your wheel linebacker. All right, so sometimes you can play with them, but don't be those guys that just pinch and then crash down. Because see, if I pinch and crash down, look at those run fits. They're all over the place. Okay. And I mean, you could probably get lucky with a block shed, but now your issue is your nose tackles, you know, playing both A gaps. You know, he's going to get double teamed, and then the double team block is going to pick up and go to the second level where your linebackers are. So if I did that, it doesn't see. Look at all those cutback lanes he's got. So always check your run fits. You know, don't be pinching your guys around. Everyone has an assignment on the field. See how everything's covered right there? Every single run fit. Force it inside. Look how that linebacker shot in the gap. Look at how those guys just get through those lanes. Check your run fits, guys. Hold L2, press square, run to the left, press circle. That's the run fits to the right. That's all you got to do. And it's going to tell you where your user is free to rush. You don't want 2 guys coming through the same gap. So if I'm coming through the same gap over here, I'm gonna be like, yeah, we got 2 guys right here. We're gonna shoot this gap. You're gonna get picked up, and you're gonna give up your run fit. You see that? You don't want to give up your run fit. Play your fucking assignment. Do your job. Everything's going to make sense in the end. Okay? That's what I be trying to teach people. Nobody want to listen sometimes. But that's basically what you do. Just line up, personnel matching versus trips. We got the corner over here. He's evenly aligned. We got a corner right here. Even though he's in a blitz assignment, he's evenly aligned. I have him in that blitz primarily. This is what I'm using versus RPOs. Now, I could opt to slightly move him inside, or I could press him, whatever. But it's mainly so that he can jump those RPO routes. Okay? And then my user is basically either going to pick the RPO, or he's going to basically stuff the inside zone. Assuming I don't get picked up with a block. You know, even if I get picked up with a block, we got guys in run fits. You know, so they don't have to worry about it. And that's where having guys with good awareness, block shed, play rec, you know, all that other stuff, it makes sense. I don't have to bring that third down. For the love of God, if you're playing a cover 3, do not bring your inside third down. Do not, because then they're going to hit you with a play action. You're not going to have no over-the-top help. You know, and I see too many people do shit like that. Play your run fit. Now, sometimes they might get a bogus play, and I know I don't have a safety over there that's, you know, what I probably might do is I might move Merrick over here to free safety and use Webb as a strong in this play. Probably would be better because Merrick is better block shed. So let's do it like this. I don't know if I have like a package or whatever. gonna take my guy out. I'll have to manually sub safety here. I'd probably use Farley, but just don't want to risk it. Keep Harmon there. So you're gonna have to manually sub in this formation to lock them in so that you can get your packages away. Either that, or you're gonna have to move Merrick over there because you want your best block shed safety on the trip side. Go back into it. Simple trips defense, guys. I got so many ways to defend trips. It's not funny. Alright, so now we got a better block shed safety down here. And all I gotta do is just man him up. We still gotta run fits. Target's gonna throw it. That's all you gotta do. Now I got someone there that can tackle. I ain't gotta worry about nothing. That's all you gotta do to play that. If he throws the RPO, you should be able to jump it. If he doesn't, he's gonna cut it back. Should have some help over there. That's why you want to make sure your number one corner is your better tackling corner. Baiting, thinking Hobbs is my better guy. Sometimes you gotta go into your depth chart just to see. Number one corner needs to be best tackler. Tackle pursuit. See Hobbs a better tackle by far. Alright, so we'll do it like that. So I'm just trying to find some other plays for you guys as well. See, sometimes I use this hot blitz, it's good. Especially when they're not expecting it. But I should be able to defend. Check the run fits. Alright, so this is going to have, the only difference with this one is your contained defender is going to have to play two different gaps. I wouldn't necessarily, like it's good, like if he's running like a toss run out of this formation, he runs it like a pitch to the right. I don't think there's too many formations like that. It would be okay, you know, or if the quarterback's rolling out to the right on like a read option, this blitz play is good for that, okay? So you just kind of pay attention to stuff like that. So if it's a read option, we got the read to the left covered, and then the contained defender is going to be responsible for the quarterback. So that's why I say you always check your run fits so that you can kind of be like taking notes, be like looking at things to see what's going to work and what's not going to work. So like I said, it's still the same play, hot blitz. Man, Mary, come on. But that's what I say, man. Just always check your run fits. It's going to tell you if you're in the right defense. You know, if you're this guy right here, let me show you what guy not to be. I'm going to show you how not to play defense. Y'all probably see this shit all the time, right? Feel like the motherfuckers that come out in this cover 4 drop, and let's say they're coming out in Gotta find a good formation. All right. So there are your run fits. Is decent, but what happens is you got a safety responsible for taking on a offensive lineman. That's not a good match. Okay? You don't want your safety going in there butt naked, because basically those contained defenders are not going to be, holding a double team too often. They're going to be on the outside. So that means that guard and that safety is not a good match. Even though he's on that inside run fit and he's slightly outside, you want to check your run fits to the right. Okay. So it's somewhat okay. Like run fit to the right. It's just that contained defender. What's going to happen is that safety, as a safety, you're going to have to basically shoot down here and take on a block. And that's basically it. So if you miss your guy or you take on someone that's bigger than you, it's not necessarily going to work. So if I'm dealing with 3x1 like that, I prefer nickel, because I'm going to have a guy on the outside playing that as well. So I might, let's say I want to run the 2-4, and say I just want to stick with the cover 3 blitz, right? Let's say he just wants to run a counter. So always check your run fits. I know that looks a little weird, but it's a counter run. So see how we got the force and contain. All you gotta do is check your play art. All you do is bring him down there. That should handle the counter run. As far as your user goes, you're going to be responsible for a loop. So that's how you stop the counter run fits. Like I said, run fits, just pull it up. It will tell you if you're in the right defense or not versus what you're defending. Like, this shit is so easy, and they don't even teach you this shit in ebooks. Like, y'all be buying ebooks and nobody teaches you this shit. You learn how to play run fits first. Whatever, run fits. You're not gonna be able to run counters on it. There's no necessarily wrong defense as long as you just align correctly. You shouldn't have anything to worry about. Like, I can play run fits in 3-3 cup. Just kind of find something that I feel comfortable with. For one, like, let's say I'm just running the cover 3, and then I'll show you like the other ones, right? Now, usually this is going to be your under center defense. Do not run a 3-3 versus anything else. It is under center only. So we're just kind of, let's say we're doing like a zone fake, right? So those are your run fits. There's your run fits to that way. That's your run fits to the left. That's your run fits to the right. Now we know this is a run to the left, so this guy right here needs to back off. He needs to be right there. Always check your run fits. It's going to tell you where you need to be. I was there. Let me see if I can put them. I'm trying to figure out, do I need to go between the center and the guard, or the guard and the tackle? But you run fit. It's not too hard. You just got to find out which gap is yours. See, that one's a little tricky, so this wants me to go in between basically where that D lineman is, but after he pushes the pocket. That's my gap right there. As long as I don't get held, on this run fit defense. So I can play any defense I want and just align it. Sometimes I might have to move a guy. Like if I want to play run fit defense in big nickel, I can go random play and then play tight. I go random run. Okay, check your run fits first. You know the running back's on the left. So that's the first thing. So you don't want to contain. You don't want your contain on that side unless you're playing. You're checking your runs to the right. You see if you like it. Your force contained. Run flip. There's your force. Your contain. So you're going to have to get back on him. He's going to be responsible for that cutback. There. I missed it. Can't believe I missed that. And a random play. So that's a cover 2. It's not idealistically what you want. So if it's a run to the left, if it's a run to a right. So the safeties are not playing run fits. Safeties are playing the pass. So you just got to find which run fit you want. And I like this foot curl. Get in that gap, close it up. That's all you got to do, man. And I cover 3 defense. Okay? That's my run fits to the left. That's my run fits to the right. Now, which way do I feel like? Whichever one that I feel like he's going to, that's the one I'm going to be on. Okay, so sometimes I like to be these force or contain defenders. They're just so much easier to do for the user. So if I think it's a run over to the right, if it's a run to the left, I go outside. If it's a run to the right, I go inside. That's fine. Like, even if I don't make a play, somebody will. They're not going to get like large gains. They might get 4 or 5 yards. Just check, run to the right, run to the left. So no, it doesn't look like it. This is why cover 1 is real risky. See, it's a run to the right is good. It's a run to the left. I don't really have anything outside that safety. I don't really have anything. So this is where you kind of get constricted, where you're going to have to bring, an extra defender to play a run. But like I said, I might play see, I don't have a contained defender in cover 1 because that's where the risk is. I mean, it can be a good run defense if you know exactly where the ball's going. It's a random defense. I do not necessarily like that one. But good defense. Why do they keep giving me this? All right, so there's your goal line. Big nickel versus goal line. Front fit defense. Obviously people go, so that'll tell you who the user. So you find where your gap is that you can get in, or try to get in. Big nickel versus goal line. You see, just pulling up your run fits is going to tell you so much about your defense. If you notice this last few days, man, I've been pulling my run fits up and not my coverage up. Because I want to make sure that I play good run defense. Check left, check right. See? So run to the left. Run to the right, I'm going inside. If it's a run to the left, I'm going outside. I'm going into that D gap. That's my run fit. Boom. That's all you gotta do. Play your assignment. 101. Check your run fit to the left. It's obviously not a run to the left because of where the running back is. Now, there are some plays in the game where they do have those little toss pitch plays, but you don't see those too often. So you want to check your run fits to the right. Now, the only thing when I see that, sometimes I'll shade inside on the slot receivers just so that he can get them into that gap. Then you look at your guys and see which is going to be the easier thing to do. I like the AI to play the coverage in space, and I feel like there's less of a risk playing the backside because I know I can shoot that gap and I know exactly where I need to go. That's my gap, that's my run fit. As long as I take that away, shit's easy, man. For the force, we gotta come down and play the force. That's to the left, that's to the right. Okay, so if it's a run to the left or down the middle, that's where we go. If it's a hard run to the right, we take the outside approach. Okay, so always check both run fits. So I might need to cut inside where that defensive lineman goes out. That's my run fit. Play your run fit. Simple, man. Now I can do this from random defensive plays. Any defense I touch will be good because I'm playing run fits. I'm not worried about the coverage. I trust whatever play I pick on the play is going to be fine. Let me see. I'm going to go random play. This might suck because they'll probably match me up goal line versus fucking Hail Mary. But, you know, let's see. Check your run fits. That's to the left. That's your run fits to the right. All right, so my run fits to the right. If I'm going to play this guy, I've got to take on basically that tight end. If it's a run fit to the inside, I got to wait until after that guard is double teamed. Okay? But you got to be careful. If it's not a pass, don't blitz. Sometimes you might get beat. This run fits to the left. This run fits to the right. Usually I try to find the guy that has two different gaps in these situations. And the gap right here is going to be this linebacker. So if they run to the left, I have to go around. I have to loop around. If it's a run to the right, then I take this gap right here on the backside. So those are my two gaps, either a gap. Player assignment. I could have squeezed right there. And it also helps you, like if you do like turbo blitzing, it helps you find the right gap. Because it basically tells. So see how we almost got through there? So it basically just tells you where you're shooting your gap. See if we like it. Only bring in defenders that are part of the run fit. So the only thing is I'm either going at the guard or the tackle with my user. And I try to jump. Obviously he's not gonna. See, I don't like this one. So if it's a run to the right, that's a run to the left. Usually I come in situations like this, you might catch me motion that linebacker over there so he could play that fit, and I'll play right behind it. So sometimes that's when I'll start using my line shifts. Sometimes I'll squeeze in there if I can, if they run inside zone, and chase him down from the backside. All you gotta do is check your run fits. So the safety's playing the run fit, not the corner. So you bring safety now. Other safety over here. See, I see a lot of times, man, they be bringing both safeties down, and then you get beat with a man beater out. Leave him where he's at, bro. Only bring the defenders down that are playing run fits. You'll be all right. There you go. Any defense can work, guys. Just check your run fits. So if it's a run to the right, that means the safety is responsible, so you got to bring him down a little. Those are all your defenders. He doesn't chain gap. He's a gap defender. Yeah, they're going to keep running passes. You got it on random defense versus random offense, and I'm trying to show you. I should have went random run. Not damn sure when run this cover 3 versus 3 by 1. See, I would have to set this up. I would have to slide my linebackers, pinch, and then I would have to base the line. Making you get rid of it. But my thing is, there's certain rules that I play before I go to bed. There's certain rules that I play on what I deem worthy of matching personnel. Okay, if I'm dealing with someone that runs those 3 tight end sets, which you will see a lot of, I'm going to run the 3-3 defense. And there's a reason why that, because it's 13 personnel, and you can't run it from a base. Because those tight ends, you know, they're going to beat linebackers, you know, if it's a pass play. So it's just, you know, you want to make sure you got safeties and faster guys that can play those guys in coverage, but also be able to be strong enough to block shed off of them. That's what I said. I'll run the 3-3 odd. Yeah. Is my go-to, and I'll run it with 3 safeties, 2 linebackers, two interior defensive line, and one Leo. Like, that's how I run it. But this has been my go-to defense for real. Let me just check run fits. This is actually a good beat, because if the run left, your seam flat defender needs to be shooting that A gap. If it's not a run, then you can go ahead and play the flat assignment in your pass. If it's a run right, we take the outside. If it's an inside run, we shoot behind the looping linebacker. If it doesn't do anything, we can just go try to catch him. Like I said, I be doing weird stuff with my user sometimes. So like I said, if it's a handoff to the left, a little risky. We're going to have to get out in front of where he is. I like webbing coverage. I just don't like them in situations like that. Alright, so I'm playing 13. Like I said, fellas, I hope it helps you a little bit. You know, I hope you guys start playing like that, pulling your coverages up. It'll help. I want to kind of go to the other side. Show you some stuff that I found. But you know, I'm always finding some unique stuff that you're not going to find on any other Madden channel. It's this timing offense that I want to get down. It's probably going to take me a while, but I think I'll get it. I think there's one in I-form slot. And you want to make sure your best receiver is in the slot. You got this PAX dagger. This is a timing route. Okay, you can't hold on to the ball. It's not a one-play touchdown. It is a timing route. It's a 15-yard route. Okay. So with these timing routes, you have to make quick reads, pre-snap and post-snap. based off where the safety aligns versus how they play. So if I see cover 3, I'm going to throw the dig. If I see a single high, I know that that red route is going to be the go-to. If I see a split safety, then I'm going to throw that inside crosser. I'm going to show you guys how to make this read, and you want to get a timer in your head. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, throw. Okay? So here we go. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Now sometimes you'll throw that pick if you read it wrong, but that's where you want to throw it based off where the coverage is. 1, 2, 3, throw. Once you get good at reading the coverages, then you'll be fucking unstoppable. 1, 2, 3, throw. Okay? You just got to be able to make that read. Single high safety. 1, 2, 3, throw. So once y'all get this new timing route, single high safety, 1, 2, 3, throw. You'll notice like a lot of the West Coast offensive plays, whether it's spacing or anything like that, it's timing routes. It'll always be 3 seconds, and you need to make the decision on who gets the ball, especially on those switch concepts. So like I said, single high safety, 2, 3, throw. And what's going to happen is you get real good with these timing routes. What's going to happen is users are going to have to anticipate it, and it's going to be able to open up other things that you want to do. Now, some of them, sometimes you might make picks. That's why you go to practice mode and try to get better at it. 1, 2, 3. And just trust the throw. You don't want to wait on it too long, because if I wait on it too long, I'm going to give up a block shed, or those routes are going to be a little bit tougher to throw. They'll be tighter in coverage. So it's that small window, that 3 seconds. There's actually plenty of plays that you'll see me use that on. One of them, obviously, which has been my go-to, is in double wide flex, is the deep outs. So yeah, if you'll notice, most of the time I'll keep the play action, because the play action basically, as soon as you go through the animation, you're supposed to throw it. So it goes through the animation, and then you throw it. So that's really the route that I be going to a lot, but I'm trying to find more of them for you guys. And this just pass lead to the sideline. If you have like a route tech or like a mid-out elite or something, this concept will, it's basically my 2-minute drill offense. So, those are your timing routes. Now, there are other ones, like, I think, it was like U-Trips had one that I like. It's like these little skinny post routes off trips. Like you see me in the slide out or something. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3. Pop. That's all you gotta do is get the timing in your head. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3. Once you get those timing routes, bro, their user has to respect it. Now, if their user is just lingering over there, sometimes you can just throw like a little drag route or something, just to kind of attract them to something else. If they don't want to respect the drag, you can always just take the drag, obviously, right? If they're trying to lurk your go-to routes, if they're not lurking your go-to route, 1, 2, 3. Sometimes, like I said, you might want to put that drag just in case, just to kind of keep them away from that route. 2, 3. Within 3 seconds, your route should be open. Okay? Don't force it to the same guy, because sometimes that check down might open up underneath them. So just kind of wait it off. So right here, flat route opens up wide open. So there's a couple more that I want to kind of get off. Look here, wide open. I think there was some in some other single back formations. And I think there's one in gun bunch, if I'm not mistaken. It's like the one in bunch is a little bit trickier. But you want to keep that 3-second release. 1, 2, 3. So if you get it right, you can make some nasty throws. Like you can literally dot people up. 1, 2, 3. You overthrew that, I don't know how. I'm gonna try to read that crosser first. 1, 2, 3, boom. See, once you get that 1, 2, 3 concept in your mind, I'm telling you guys, bro. 1, 2, 3. I don't know why they didn't let me use it because that, but whatever. 1, 2, 3. And that's all you gotta do. Just kind of keep it in your head, you know. 1, 2, 3. Basically, you got your 2 reads on the switch that you're gonna read. That's it. Every play. 1, 2, 3. Boom. You can make tight coverage throws just based off of that one thing right there. 1, 2, 3. 1 double coverage. It's that money spot, you know. 1, 2, 3. So that's when you want to throw the crosser. That's when you're supposed to throw the crosser in this offense. 2, 3. As opposed to trying to wait for it, you know, like you see these other YouTube channels talk about, oh, you're gonna throw it when he's, 20. No, don't do that. It's not a one-play touchdown route. You see a crosser like that, it's a 3-second read, 15 yards down the field. 1, 2, 3. That's where you want to hit it at. You don't want to wait until it gets to the end of the concept, because that's not a traditional. You want to get the ball out of your hands fast. So 2. Look at that thread. I'm telling you, when you get good with the timing, bro, look at this. This is like a laser. Split. Look at that. You can't get a better throw than that, man. And like I said, that's why some of the throws that I make, like, you don't see other YouTubers really go for those throws, man, because they don't understand these concepts. Like, they don't understand. You're running a West Coast offense. You need to get that ball out of your hand fast before the pressure comes. And then you go to these other channels and they're trying to, like, everything that they do on their little ebooks is, oh, it's a one-play touchdown. No, you're not. Every play in the game is not supposed to be a one-play touchdown. This crossing route's not designed to be a one-play touchdown. Stop telling people that, But that's how you run it, Like I said, if you can get good like that, make throws like that, you got to be willing to make those throws. You can't be like, I don't want to throw it unless he's wide open. I mean, not every throw is going to be wide open. I mean, that one, I got that one. But, you're not going to get every throw like that. But regardless of what it is, sometimes you're going to have to split the coverage. You're going to have to make some laser throws, Just come in practice mode. Get your reps in. The reps definitely help. Because then once you get the reps, that muscle memory becomes programmed into your logic. And then you can start making those quick reads, those 1-2 read progressions real quick. Just don't go into game spamming, I advise against that. I think there's some more plays. Let me find them. Just kind of get y'all used to understanding these timing routes. I want to see, like, most of them are switch concepts. Try to find a difficult one. Like, there was another one that I was using. It a strong slot. Like this one's actually pretty good too. I gotta get the curl. So this one, the same thing. 3 seconds and throw. Watch this. 1, 2, 3. Just kind of get that timing mechanism in your head, bro. 1, 2, 3. And then watch this. This is the second read. I'm going to show you the second read. 1, 2, 3. See, that's really where you want to get. You know, you want to get those nice reads based off of what he's doing. You can throw it to either one of those targets. They're not going to be able to alert because they're going to be trying to jump the route. It's going to be tight throws. I'm not scared to make them, you know. 2. You catch people in those little 2-read concepts, man, you'll just have them. So this is the other one. Like I said, you're going to see me using these a lot in the next few days or whatever as I try to go more over this formation. The thing is, they just gotta stop matching me up against bombs and shit. But I think that's another one. Obviously, if y'all been following the channel long enough, you know that in gun bunch. Yeah, like all the fucking playoff games have been played. We're not playing those games. You know, like we're just kind of moving along with off season, whatever's happening. But I'm trying to see if we can invite some people for the draft, and then we'll start from there. I forced all the games that were won. Trying to see if there's any more timing routes. I love timing routes. I think I could probably do something with that slot 2 buck. It's just a little bit longer of a throw. 1, 2, 3. Probably get a little bit shorter window. 1, 2, 3. So once you get that timing in your head, you can make these throws, man. I'm telling you. You don't need an offensive e-book. Just have a mental clock. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Just get rid of it. Just work on getting rid of it and making those 3 reads. Guys on the outside aren't a part of the read progression. It's going to be Renfrow, Waller, and then the check down. Those are your 3 reads based off of what you see. 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. I'm gonna try to laser it, man. I didn't think the safety would drop, but you know, like I said, I'm not scared to make these throws. 1, 2, 3. More reps you get, better you get with it. Obviously, get my click on. 1, 2, 3. Try to go for the user catch. 1, 2, 3. You make any throw in the game, bro. 2, 3. Go for the user. But then, you know, that's the window. Like there's another one I think that these 3-second count offs are key for. Because watch this. You see this double pump and go play? You got to get good with your reads on this because you're supposed to throw it as soon as he cuts. Now you have to choose, your read progression is going to be, the red route is your primary, your second read will be the tight end, and then your third read is the check down. You know, the other guy, you just want him to run as far away from your read progressions as possible. Unless you absolutely know what he's doing is going to beat what he's up against. But here we go. 2, 3. Look at that. You want to catch him as soon as he does that start. 1, 2, 3. It's a bad throw. 2, 3. Now, I'm going to show you something else that you can do with this. If you're worried about the AI, all you got to do is just put a check release over there and you force him to become a check read, okay? So it's going to give you a little clear out for that number 2 read option. Watch how he goes, boom. Now you can just throw it underneath and do what you got to do. So we'll do it again, watch. See how he's a check release? Got 2 check read defenders. 2, 3. Look at there. Telling you guys, man, once you get this concept down, 2, 3. You'll be tough to stop. I'm telling you. Put the little check release route. 2. See, if you wait too long, he's not going to get open. So you have to throw that like literally as soon as he cuts. 2, 3. Look at there. That was a dot. Dangerous dot, but I make those throws. Because someone's got to make them, bro. Someone's got to make these throws. Look at that. Back shoulder. Catch the defender with his head turned. Throw it behind the defender, bro. Like, I'm telling you, man. Y'all be surprised some of the throws you can make in this game. You put your mind to it. Add that read progression to it. Because see, that read progression, that check release route is going to help you open that tight end up in the read progression. So you can do that. You don't want to run just straight 3 routes, because then, you know, you run straight 3 routes only, you know, you're going to run bracket coverage. So if I see how if I didn't have that, if I don't have that check release, you see how I got 2 zones just sitting right there. Still got to go for user catch. So I always want to put that check release route on this specific play. That way you got your 5 routes. 2, 3, look there. Bah! Just get that mind tick-tock. 1, 2, 3, throw. 1, 2, 3, throw. 1, 2, 3, throw. You make any user catch you want, man. I'm telling you. Like, that's the same thing with that other play that I was using. Out of single back with the high point pass. Find it. This doubles Y off close with the bench corner stop. Watch this. Obviously, I gotta do my sets. 1, 2, 3. That's the number one thing. Like, if you want to be a good user catcher, bro, you have to know that 1, 2, 3 technique, bro. Tell them 1, 2, 3. That's all you gotta do, man. You got 3 seconds. You make anything happen. That's gonna be the best guide out there for teaching you guys how to make these throws and catches. Regardless, you know, sometimes you might get that if you don't. I think the cloud flat's the only thing that's going to pick that specific route, but 2, 3. But Hobbs is good, man. He's like 93 jump. Good. 1, 2, 3, man. Just count it. Trust the process. Some of these throws where they stop, you might have to high point it. If you're high pointing it, you cannot pass lead it. If you try to pass lead a high point pass, then it's going to be inaccurate as fuck. So you're just holding it 0-1. Trust the process. 2, 3. Look at her. Now that goes with any throw. Whether you're throwing a vertical, a fade, you don't want to throw the ball like 40 plus yards down the field to beat a coverage. That's not going to happen, especially if you're playing people that shade over the top. You know, it's not going to happen. So let's say I just want to run a straight verticals. Watch this. We'll actually go up against 2-man. And let's push the ball back, and we're going to make some challenging throws. Okay, we're going to challenge ourselves. Keep that 3-second tangible in our mind. 1, 2, 3. That's when you're supposed to throw it. You get rid of it quick. I'm going to throw it to any receiver I want. I'm going to throw it to Hollins. 1, 2, 3. Obviously, he not. I try to pass lead. Go. 1, 2, 3. Look at her. Any throw you want, guys. Just gotta have the heart to do it. 1, 2, 3. Look at her. Just get rid of the ball. 3 seconds. You can run any play, and then you won't be in those constricted situations where you have to run necessarily one play that you're relying on. You know, if you run one play too much, people are going to dial in on where the ball is going. But when you get comfortable with this 3-second routine, you can damn near play with any random play. 2, 3. You can call any play and throw up whatever the fuck you want. Nothing's going to challenge you for real, you know. So 1, 2, 3. Look at her. 2, 3. Back-to-back animations. Okay, so let's try some other plays. Let's do some difficult routes. Obviously, that's a straightforward route, right? Let's get some ridiculous routes. 3 seconds. 2, 3. Look at her. Just try to read anybody. See that route by Adams, that weird route? You're supposed to throw it as soon as he makes that little slight cut. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go ahead and just put him in a swing. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Good catch. Do it again. 1, 2, 3. This is pretty much 2, 3. So the only thing over there is that safety over the top. That's the only thing that can bother you with it sometimes, but you got a good click on, you can make anything happen. It's just double teams is the only way you're probably not going to get it unless you just have like that guy, you know. 2. Try to pitch it back to Renfrow. Alright, let's see what other plays I could use. It could probably be easier to just teach you guys the 3 technique than y'all trying to worry about specific plays that you need, you know, like you can play any play you want. We'll go this 3 second count on Renfrow. 1, 2, 3. Get a little small running that route. I don't know if I can get that. Probably bad read. 1, 2, 3. That's all you gotta do, fellas. Like I said, appreciate y'all tuning in. 2, 3. We'll dive more into, you know, some other stuff tomorrow. Like I said, if there's anything y'all need help with, man, I'm your guy. Whether you want to learn how to play defense or if you want to get better at these little timing routes, be better at user catching. You know, I'm a jack of all trades over here. Try not to focus on just one side of the ball, man. You know, if there's anything, like I said, that y'all need help with, get at me, all right? I'm going to get me some sleep, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.